It is not a coincidence that many of the largest hacking incidents in history were committed by Russians. So, why are Russian hackers so good at hacking? In this video, we will show you how Russia has been producing the greatest hackers in the world. You need to understand that Russia's expertise in hacking does not emerge from thin air. Rather, it is deeply rooted in a combination of historical, cultural, and technological factors. One of the key elements is Russia's robust education system, which places great emphasis on mathematics, engineering, and computer science, and plays a vital role in nurturing the exceptional skills of its hackers. This educational focus fosters individuals with exceptional problem-solving abilities, a deep understanding of complex systems, and the technical expertise needed for successful hacking. One of the fascinating aspects of Russia's hacker community is the significant support it receives from the government. They've made a substantial investment in cyber warfare capabilities, not only for state-sponsored activities, but also for private companies in need of cybersecurity expertise. This means that skilled hackers in Russia have abundant opportunities to apply their knowledge and skills both within government agencies and in the private sector. It's quite remarkable how the government's backing provides these hackers with access to sophisticated tools, resources, and even legal protections. This level of support greatly enhances the overall expertise and effectiveness of Russian hackers, allowing them to operate with relative impunity and stay ahead of their adversaries. Interestingly, it's not just state-sponsored activities that dominate the scene in Russia. There's a diverse landscape that includes independent hackers driven by various motivations, such as financial gain or personal vendettas. This adds an extra layer of depth and breadth to Russia's hacking capabilities as different individuals bring unique skills, techniques, and perspectives to the table. It's truly a dynamic and ever-evolving landscape of cybersecurity expertise. The education system in Russia is not the only reason for producing the best hackers in the world. There are also many other factors that you will be surprised to know. So keep watching the video till the end, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss any of our future videos. You will be amazed to know that the legal environment surrounding hacking in Russia is indeed relatively permissive compared to some other countries, such as the United States. While hacking is generally illegal in many jurisdictions, including the United States, Russia lacks specific laws that explicitly prohibit hacking activities. This legal loophole has created a situation where Russian hackers can operate with a greater degree of freedom and in some cases with relative impunity. To better understand this permissive legal environment, let's consider an example. Let us tell you about Evgeny Bogachev, also known as Lucky12345 and Zeus, who was a notorious cybercriminal involved in various high-profile hacking operations. He was the mastermind behind the Zeus botnet, a sophisticated network of compromised computers used to steal banking information and carry out financial fraud on a massive scale. His activities caused millions of dollars in damage and affected numerous individuals and organizations worldwide. Despite being a prime target for law enforcement agencies, Bogachev managed to evade capture and prosecution due to the absence of an extradition treaty between the United States and Russia. In 2014, the United States Department of Justice indicted Bogachev on charges related to his hacking activities. However, since he was residing in Russia at the time, the lack of extradition provisions in the bilateral agreement between the two countries prevented his apprehension and prosecution. This legal loophole allowed Bogachev to remain free from the clutches of the American justice system. To this day, he has not faced trial for his crimes, despite being one of the most wanted cybercriminals globally. The Russian government's emphasis on offensive cyber operations has also provided Russian hackers with notable advantage over their counterparts in other countries. This strategic focus means that Russian hackers are frequently assigned specific cyber attack objectives, offering them a clear goal and motivation for their activities. This sense of direction and purpose, combined with the resources and support provided by the government, allows Russian hackers to operate with a heightened level of focus and determination. It enables them to carry out targeted and coordinated cyber attacks, giving them an edge in terms of precision and impact. The alignment between the government's offensive cyber strategy and the activities of Russian hackers contributes to their effectiveness and distinguishes them within global hacking. Underpaid jobs and a huge number of overqualified tech people are also important factors. It's unfortunate, but true, that in Russia there's a situation where many highly skilled tech professionals find themselves working in underpaid jobs, earning as little as $300 a month. To make matters worse, the impact of the pandemic and the recent war has hit the Russian economy hard. In recent years, more than 15,000 tech professionals have left the country in search of better job opportunities abroad. Now here's where things take a troubling turn. When people are faced with such dire circumstances, they become incredibly resourceful. Unemployed or low-paid Russian hackers who have very little to lose have realized that there's potential for making a lot of money by breaking into systems, stealing valuable data, and then selling it to interested parties like the Russian mafia, government, companies, or even the underground hacking community. It's a sad reality that desperate situations can drive individuals to resort to such illicit activities, posing a significant threat to cybersecurity and privacy. The Russian underground hacking community has always provided resources for newcomers in this field. Imagine stepping into a bustling marketplace where hackers from around the world gather, driven solely by their thirst for business opportunities. Here, you'll find a vast array of items being sold, ranging from stolen corporate and personal data sourced globally to ransomware, loaders, trojans, spam bots, exploit kits, 0 days, and even RATs, or remote access trojans. It's a thriving marketplace where hacking has become an incredibly lucrative activity, offering immediate financial gratification. Unlike the watchful eyes of agencies like the NSA, CIA, and FBI in Western countries, the Russian authorities have taken a rather lenient approach to tackling this issue. The laws surrounding hacking as a criminal activity remain vague, further contributing to the rise of these top-tier hacking groups that flourish in the shadows. It's a complex and concerning situation where the lure of financial gain and a lack of stringent enforcement combine to create a breeding ground for the most sophisticated hacking operations. You know, when it comes to hacking in Russia, cultural factors often tend to be overlooked or underestimated. But the truth is, these cultural elements play a significant role in shaping the country's hacking prowess. Take, for instance, the Russian culture of secrecy and the deep-rooted distrust of authority. These factors create an environment where hackers can thrive under the radar, operating with a certain level of ease and confidence. In Russian society, there's a long-standing tradition of keeping information tightly guarded, and this tendency towards secrecy can make it all the more challenging to detect and prevent hacking activities. Moreover, the pervasive skepticism towards authority encourages a mindset that questions and challenges established systems, including cybersecurity measures. This unique blend of cultural elements forms the backdrop against which Russian hackers can operate discreetly, leveraging the inherent secrecy and skepticism to further their hacking endeavors. Russia's extensive history of cyber warfare, dating back to the early days of the Cold War, has also provided its hackers with a deep understanding of the tactics and techniques required to wage effective cyber campaigns. This experience has given Russian hackers a deep understanding of how to wage cyber war and exploit weaknesses in computer systems. They have become skilled at infiltrating networks, launching targeted attacks, and developing advanced hacking tools. This expertise makes them formidable adversaries in the world of cybersecurity, as seen in high-profile incidents and alleged interference in foreign elections. Their history in cyber warfare gives them a significant advantage in the ever-changing cybersecurity landscape. When it comes to countering Russian cyber attacks, one significant hurdle is the lack of international cooperation. You see, there's this alliance called the Five Eyes Intelligence Alliance, which consists of the United States, Canada, the United Kingdom, Australia, and New Zealand. These countries share vital information about cyber threats with each other, forming a collaborative network to bolster their cybersecurity defenses. However, Russia is not a member of this alliance, which means it does not participate in this information-sharing endeavor. This absence of cooperation makes it much more difficult for other countries to defend themselves against Russian cyber attacks. Without the timely exchange of intelligence and insights, nations are left to rely on their own resources and knowledge, which can be quite challenging when combating the sophisticated tactics employed by Russian hackers. There you have it, the reasons behind why Russia is so great at hacking. So, what do you think? Which one has played the most important role? Also, don't forget to mention in the comment box if we have overlooked any other factor. Thank you for watching.